This may not mean anything to you, but I lived in this house from the time I was 3 years old until I was 30. My dad built it in 1950. And when I came back to Washington, Indiana for my 50th class reunion, I was worried. What if the place had burned down? What if it had become a dump? It's sad to know that somebody else lives in here, particularly people with noisy dogs next door. But it's nice to know that the place looks so good. I couldn't be happier. They've really taken care of the old place. And I thought I would walk around the neighborhood and remember those things out of my childhood that were so darn important. And from my house, if you went across the street and down to the corner, there used to be more grass than there is now. And in a minute, you'll see a very big building in the distance. That building is interesting because it's actually a building on top of a building built to enclose an old supermarket. And before they built the supermarket, there was a much smaller building, a frozen food locker. A little hard to explain if you don't know what a frozen food locker was. But when I used to come this way as a small child, I would walk across the street to about right here. And there used to be very high grass here. And I carved a path through here to get over to the parking lot. And eventually I would go all over town on my bicycle and find bricks. And I paved this as a little brick sidewalk. When I was old enough, I went to work in that grocery store. There wasn't very much north of here back then. I really lived on the extreme north side of town. But you know, it doesn't look bad up here. But there is a disappointment here. And the reason for that is that this area didn't used to have the fence, and this was high grass back here. I would come and play, and I would be on safari or in Sherwood Forest or someplace. It was my playground back here. Now somebody has a garage and a stable and a horse, and it's someone else's playground. But there are still memories here. So I suggest if you've been away from your hometown for a while, don't just go to your hometown and go to your favorite restaurant. Go to where you used to live and remember. I'm Dennis Staley.